What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Steven Silvestri, and I am excited for this segment right here. This segment is my Sunday video. And on Sundays, I'm gonna use something from the Bible, a verse from the Bible, right? Something that spoke to me last Sunday that I wanna drop this Sunday for you guys, right? John 1, verse 16. So God so loved his only son that he gave his begotten son to the world. Now, that word right here. So God so loved his only begotten son, right? He so loved his only begotten son. Say it with me. He so loved his only begotten son. That word, love, is rarely used in our households. Right? I can probably count on my two hands the memories that I have in my head where I've heard, I love you, son. I've loved you, son. Right? Yo, like either you had to get hit by a car, you had to fall out a window, you had to have a near-death experience, you had to get a graduation, or you had to give your mom a $500 bill, $500 for you to hear those words, right? And I ask myself, why is that, right? Why is that? We understand that life is so precious, life is short, but we rarely say, I love you. Let me tell you something, man. Listen very, 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 very closely. Words have energy. Words have power, okay? I don't know if you ever heard of a doctor called Dr. Yamoto, right? A Japanese scientist. And he had an experiment where he had three jars of rice, cooked rice, and he placed the rice. Now, every day he would go to one rice and he would say words of positive affirmations, powerful words. I love you. You are important. You are meaningful. You are beautiful. I love you. The world loves you. You are great. You are fantastic. You are awesome. Now, tell me, when you heard all these words and I said, you are, how did that make you feel? That made you feel good, because I know I felt good even saying it, all right? So that's what he would say to rice container A, right? It was in a jar, rice container A. Now, he had another rice container B. And this rice container, he would say negative words, negative energy words. He would say, I hate you. You're stupid. You're dumb. You're nothing. You're unwanted. You're useless. Now you tell me, how did that feel? It made you feel not good, right? See, words have energy. Now, he also had another container C. Container C, he ignored. He looked at and just walked away, gave it no mind, right? Nothing. So now container C is what would have happened if we left any rice out that was cooked and we forgot it somewhere or whatever. Now, 30 days he did this, 30 days, and for every day he said the positive affirmation to container A, he said the negative affirmation to container B, and he said nothing and gave no energy and attention to container C. Now, at the end of the day, something miraculous happened, something amazing happened that I had no idea that God, the universal God, right, the Almighty, the Most High, had for us, right? Each of them had an effect. The one that he said positive affirmations to created a warm, sweet smell of aroma. Not only that, it created a golden color in the rice. He could smell it. It wasn't rotting. It still had life. It's as if his words of positive affirmations pressed life into the rice, in the rice container. Now, rice container B, the one that he said the negative things to, it started to rot. It started creating funguses and different discolorations, green. It started to make a smelly smell. It started to just break down, okay? And it wasn't a regular breakdown, right? It started to it was creating fungus. It was creating life, but rotten life, right? And container C just rotted, started turning black, rotting, okay? Now, the reason why I wanted to use this, right, as an example, and this is a true life, real example, you guys can type in Dr. Yamoto, rice experiment is because I want you guys to really think about the words that you guys use in your household. What are you saying to your children on a daily basis, right? Are you saying, I love you, son? You're intelligent. You're able to do anything that you want to. Not just when he does something good, but on the daily basis to boost up his self-esteem, to help him believe that he's capable of doing anything that he wants to do or she wants to do, all right? I'm telling you, I see a lot of households, you're stupid, you're dumb, you're just like your father. Why are you always doing this? You don't listen, you're dumb, stop it. All this energy, I understand, I know a lot of you guys saying, Stephen, you don't got my kids. You don't understand my struggle. My kids don't listen. My kids are doing this. Yo, it's time to incorporate new words of affirmations inside of your household. It's time to incorporate new words of affirmation in your heart, in your spirit, in your mind, in your subconsciousness, okay? Now, this is not gonna happen in one day. This is a process, and I want you guys to understand this. This is why we trust the process, because we understand there's gonna be dark times. There's gonna be hard times, all right? But that's why we have prayer. That's why we have prayer warriors. That's why we surround ourselves with individuals that's gonna help us get to where we want to get to, all right? So, the word love. I want everybody to close your eyes right now. I want you to take a deep breath. If you're driving, keep your eyes open. I want you to close your eyes, take a deep breath. I want you to imagine yourself in a beautiful field, flowers, life, the sun, the air, the wind blowing on your face. And I want you to say, I love you. I want you to say this to yourself. I want you to say this to all the mistakes that you have done in your life. I want you to say this to God. I want you to say this to your children. And I want you to forgive yourself. And I want you to say, I love you. Okay? I love you. I accept you for everything that you have done, all the mistakes that you have done in your life. And I'm talking about yourself, and I'm talking to you. I accept all the mistakes that you have done. I know where I want to be, right? I want to be closer to you, God. I want to be closer to you spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. I want to be next to you, and I love you, and I love myself because I know that I'm made from God, I'm a part of God, and I love myself. And I'm going to use this word love more often. I'm going to say it to my friends more often. I'm going to say it to my family members more often. I'm going to say it to my kids more often, my close friends more often. I'm going to say it to God more often. I'm going to be more grateful, all right? I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Now, whew, I feel much better using that word right now. I feel like weight is off my chest. So, John 1, verse 16, so God so loved the world, he given his only begotten son. Remember that, write it down, and use the word I love you, all right? We out, power of accountability, Sunday church, I love you. Let's go.
I don't care what they said about you. I don't care about the story that you make up in your mind. You are part of the universe. You are from the soil of the earth and the breath of God. This is your moment. This is your season. You can achieve it with affirmation, dedication, and consistency. Whatever you want, you can get. Whatever you want, you can get. Trust the process. Let's go.
Conducted another interesting experiment. He placed rice into 3 glass beakers and covered it with water. And then every day for a month, he said, thank you to one beaker. You're an idiot to the second. And the third one, he completely ignored. After 1 month, the rice that had been thanked began to ferment, giving off a strong, pleasant aroma. The rice in the second beaker turned black. And the rice that was ignored began to rot. Dr. Emoto thinks that this experiment provides an important lesson, especially with regard to how we treat children. We should take care of them, give them attention, and converse with them. Indifference does the greatest harm.
tell some dreamy story, but almost.